5 seconds. Start. The instant suo motu writ petition was registered in accordance with the directions of Honorable the Chief Justice of India, promoted by a letter dated 23/2025, received from an organization named We the Women of India. Vide the said letter, she brought our attention to a judgment dated 17/3/2025, passed by a single judge of the High Court of Judicature at Allahabad, whereby the learned single judge has modified the summons order dated 26/3/2023 issued by the Special Judge Poxo Kasganj to two accused persons in complaint case number 19/2021. While the trial court had originally issued summons under section 376 of the Indian Penal Code 1860 IPC, read with section 18 of the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012 POXO Act, the High Court has revised the same to be under a lesser charge under section 354B of the IPC, read with section 9 and 10 of the POXO Act. As per the High Court, this action was necessitated owing to its finding that a prima facie view of the alleged fact that not make out a case for attempt to commit rape. Ms. Gupta, through the letter, urged that the observations made and reasoning adopted by the High Court to reach the said conclusion are erroneous, in law, insensitive, irresponsible, and likely to demoralize all efforts towards protecting women and other vulnerable persons from sexual offences. Similar concerns have also been highlighted by the appellants in diary number 6692 and 1613/2024, which assails the same judgment dated 17/3/2025 of the High Court. While diary number 6813/2024 has been filed by an NGO registered in Kolkata, the petitioner in diary number 6692/2024 include an NGO registered in Delhi as well as the complainant in complaint case number 19/2021, who is the mother of the minor victim. Notice was issued to Union of India, the State of Uttar Pradesh, and the parties of the criminal revision before the High Court, vide order dated 26/3/2025. Simultaneously, the observations of the High Court in paragraph 21, 24 and 26 of the impugned order were stayed. Subsequently, on 18/12/2025, this court stayed the operation of the entire judgment dated 17/3/2025, clarifying that the trial in complaint case number 19 2021 shall proceed as if the summons had been issued under Section 376 read with Section 511 of the IPC and Section 18 of the POCSO Act. We have heard the learned senior counsels representing the Delhi by based NGO and the complainant mother and learned senior additional advocate general for the state of Uttar Pradesh. We have already recorded in our previous order dated 8/12/2025 that the accused persons are fully aware of these Supreme Courts and despite the service of notice, no one has entered appearance on their behalf. Besides this, we have pursued the various documents placed on record by the party, including the intervention applicant. The High Court decision in the impugned judgment hinges on whether the accused person have only prepared to commit the offence of rape or have moved beyond that to have attempted to commit the said crime. Notably, the High Court has concluded that the action of the accused persons were limited only to the former, thereby warranting a modification in the charge on which the accused were summoned. In the instant case, the High Court recorded the factual allegations made against the accused persons in paragraph 21 and 22 of its judgment. It is stated that accused person took the minor victim with them as a pillion rider on their motorcycle after assuring her mother, the complainant, that they would drop the victim at her residence. The accused person instead stopped the motorcycle near the culvert, dragged her towards it, and committed sexually offensive act which have been recorded in the paragraphs of the impugned judgment. However, due to the shrieks of the minor victim, two witnesses reached the spot, causing the accused persons to flee from the site. A bare perusal of these allegations leaves no modicum of doubt that the case sought to be made out is that the accused person proceeded with a predetermined intent to commit an offence under section 376 of the IPC on her. In light of the overt avertments recorded in the criminal application filed by the complainant mother under section 156(3) of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, it becomes readily apparent that from the story of the complainant, the mens rea involved had begun to be executed. This understanding is bolstered by the High Court's own recording that the only reason why the crime was not furthered was the above mentioned intervention by third-party witnesses. The fact alleged being so, we cannot agree with the finding of the High Court that the allegations only amount to preparation but not an attempt towards the commission of the offense of rape. The attempt made by the accused persons appears clearly and inevitably leads us to conclude that prima facie a case for invoking the provisions of attempt to commit rape has been made out by the complainant and the prosecution, full stop.